Thank you for joining our Women's Day program.
अभी नहीं
अच्छा, अभी नहीं? Okay.
You have to check the group, WhatsApp group.
मैं रेडी रखती हूँ उसको ओपन करके ताकि जैसे ही आएगा। ओके, हो गया अशर भाई की तरफ से। चलिए बिल्कुल शुरू करते हैं प्रोग्राम आज का। थैंक यू वेरी मच लेडीज टू जॉइनिंग अस फॉर वुमेन्स विंग, एंड विद दिस आई एम गोइंग टू आस्क डॉक्टर वर्दा बतूल काइंडली गो एंड डू द तलावत कुरान पाक प्लीज।
For sure. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inna atayna kal kausar. Fasalli li rabbika wanhar. Inna shaniyaka huwal abtar. Translation. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. O beloved, we have indeed bestowed upon you countless excellences. So you offer salah for your Lord and sacrifice. Indeed, he who is your enemy, only he is deprived of every good. Sadaqallahul Azim. Over to you, Mrs. Kamal.
जनाब हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं सुल्ताना जाफरी साहिबा। सुल्ताना बाजी, अगर आप अपना वीडियो खोल लें तो बड़ा अच्छा होगा। आप किसी तारुफ की मोहताज नहीं हैं। शी इज़ वन ऑफ द लेजेंड्स। तो सुल्ताना बाजी, ओवर टू यू। प्लीज काइंडली गो अहेड एंड से द मनक़बत और नात आप जो भी पढ़ना चाहें।
अच्छा, बोला कहाँ से खोले?
कैमरे पे क्लिक कीजिए, कैमरा खुल जाएगा।
एक मिनट, खुल नहीं रहा। एक मिनट, खुल नहीं रहा।
चलिए बगैर खोले जब तक आप पढ़ लीजिए, कोई बात नहीं। बस शुक्रिया बहुत ज्वाइन करने का।
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। झूम के मैंने जब पढ़ा सल्ले अला मोहम्मदिन, हो गया अर्श हम नवा सल्ले अला मोहम्मदिन, मजहर नूरे किबरिया कौन है आपके सिवा, कौन है आपके सिवा, सल्ले अला मोहम्मदिन। जन्नात रसूल मकबूल हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। अपने वालिद साहब की जाहिद फतेहपुरी साहब के चंद अशआर पेश कर। जहाँ में आए हैं हम ज़िक्र किबरिया के लिए, ज़बां मिली है हमें मद है मुस्तफा के लिए, जहाँ में आए हैं इलाही मोहम्मद के कर रहा सना, ज़बान दी है तो लहजा भी दे सना के लिए, ज़बान दी है तो लहजा भी दे सना के लिए जहां में आए हैं। ये अर्ज़े पाक मदीना है राज के खुल बरी, संभल संभल के कदम रख यहाँ खुदा के लिए, संभल संभल के कदम रख यहाँ खुदा के लिए जहां में आए हैं। किसी नबी न मिला जिका शरफ पाया, ये सैरे अर्शे मुक़द्दर थी मुस्तफा के लिए, ये सैरे अर्शे मुक़द्दर थी मुस्तफा के लिए जहां में आए हैं। बना में कौसर आता हो जाऊं बिला के बेकरार है जाहिर मैं बिला के लिए कि बेकरार है जाहिर मैं बिला के लिए जहां में आए हैं। थैंक यू।
जज़ाकल्लाह जज़ाकल्लाह। थैंक यू सिस्टर सुल्ताना, माशाल्लाह बहुत ही खूबसूरत आपकी ये नात की रेसिटेशन थी। आफ्टर दिस जितने भी लोग हमें दुनिया के डिफरेंट पार्ट से ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं उनके लिए मैं बताना चाहती हूँ कि IMI वुमेंस विंग फ्लोरिडा चैप्टर की तरफ से वुमेंस डे पर ये ख़ास प्रोग्राम आप देख सकते हैं IMI के यूट्यूब पेज पर, माई टीवी पर लाइव। और वो तमाम लोग जो कि वुमेंस विंग के बारे में पहली दफ़ा सुन रहे हैं या हम पहली दफ़ा ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, उनके लिए अब हम एक शॉर्ट वीडियो प्ले करेंगे सो दैट दे become introduced to IMI Women's Wing. So with that, I would now share the video for everyone.
IMI Medics International is one of the world's leading healthcare, humanitarian, education, and relief organizations that has been serving humanity for the past 27 years. What started as a noble effort of few friends in a New York basement has today mushroomed into a global initiative that has welfare projects running in 55 countries, working for the poor, neglected, and disadvantaged people through various programs and helping improve their lives. Throughout history, the central role of women in society ensures stability, progress, and long-term development of nations. Since its inception, women volunteers at IMI have played a foundational role and acted as a pillar of relentless support in its long, painstaking, yet rewarding journey. IMI's Women Auxiliary is a platform for the motivated and inspired women that are ready to change their world for the better. IMI Women Auxiliary is a step towards empowering women through provision of education, health services, and various training programs. To fulfill these, IMI's Women Auxiliary organizes seminars, skill development workshops, e-training and support sessions, career guidance, and financial support initiatives. Through its various working groups, the Women Wing intends to educate, change, and implement policies which help accelerate women's sustainability around the world. From transferring latest medical technology and research to students in war-torn Iraq, to providing primary, basic hygiene education to girls in impoverished Nigeria. Helping design innovative techniques to fight coronavirus in India, helping girls prevent childbirth mortality in Thar Desert of Pakistan. Free basic healthcare screening for the elderly and people without insurance in the US. Supporting future leaders with Flagship Nest program in New Jersey, an all-expenses paid initiative where foreign medical students receive free stay, food, and career guidance. Zahra Social Networking, an initiative to address social issues such as mental health amid COVID-19. Women's Wellness Program that aims at educating women in adopting a healthy lifestyle. All these wonderful initiatives are possible thanks to the combined experience and knowledge of the diverse set of medical experts, academicians, and social workers that are an integral part of IMI's Women Wing. Yet, there's still a long way to go. Much more remains to be achieved, and through each step, we will need your prayers, financial support, and active participation. Our vision lies in growing IMI Women family one meaningful wing at a time, adding new members in our journey to empower women worldwide.
So with that, I hand over to Mrs. Kamar.
All right, Vardha, thank you very much. अब जो है, we have next guest is Dr. Benazir Javed. Benazir, please kindly go ahead and introduce yourself and talk a little bit about yourself, please.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name's Benazir Javed. I'm a pediatrician in Miami emergency room for kids. And I just wanted to wish you guys all like a happy International Women's Day. I think it's great, that we celebrate each other. And the theme of this this program that you're doing, like celebrating each other, is really important. I just wanted to say a few words about women physicians in medicine, but I think this can apply basically to women in all different professions, but especially in medicine, studies after studies have shown like women's patient outcomes have been shown to be significantly better, a lot mainly due to our experiences. We spend a lot more time with patients. We've been shown to be better listeners, and with all of that, we've been able to, have like better outcomes. The number of women in medicine has increased a lot as well. So, we should be really proud of that and kind of support each other in that. A huge part, I think, of what has gone to us, we have to work really hard, and our experience in women in this medicine is a lot harder to get through, where there's a lot of barriers that we face. But I think it's that experience that makes us as good as we are in this practice. So I just wanted to, happy Women's Day, everyone. And just wanted to celebrate that with you guys.
Very nice, beautiful Benazir. Can you tell us a little bit about like taking care of the kids and just a little bit if you can put some light on it?
Yeah, sure. So, specifically in the emergency room where I work, it's in Miami. We take care a lot of different populations. Specifically in Miami, there's a large immigrant population. A lot of parents working very hard to take care of their kids, working 2, 3 jobs just to support them and their kids. So even just coming to the emergency room is a big time effort. And we see a lot of different, silly things where they don't need to come to the emergency room, but if they don't have a doctor's note, they have trouble going back to school. So it's more than just taking care of them medically. It's a lot of mental support, helping them navigate the medical system is also very hard for people to do. Even educated people or people like us that have the means to do it is so difficult. So for them, it's even harder. So especially as women, I feel like we can do a lot, not even just in medicine, but just in general to help people understand and get them through that process. There's also, in addition, a huge, like very few mental health facilities out there, especially for children. And we're seeing this day in and day out. So that would also be a great thing if we can somehow, help in that regard. I think that's also where service is lacking for people, especially children.
Thank you, Sister Benazir. That was very good. Now, next we have Madam Romana Ali, and this is I'm gonna say education is very important for women. And Romana ji, can you kindly unmute yourself and talk about a little bit about you and your journey, and give a message on Women's Day that what we are supposed to do?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you for having me in your program today. I am in education. I started as a preschool teacher. I did my Montessori training from IMI Karachi. And after that, after I got married, I moved to the States, and I've been in Florida since then. I started working in a Montessori school. And as a preschool teacher, later on, I became an elementary teacher. I moved up as the assistant principal to the school. And then for the past 7 years, I was the principal of the school. And, I've seen the whole picture, like seeing the classroom environment and later on going into administration. I was lucky enough to see both sides of the picture. I truly believe in the Montessori system. I think that really makes children independent in the way we teach. I know Montessori is extremely popular in our countries, especially in Pakistan. Children do start going from ages 2.5. Here, in America, it's not as popular as in Pakistan. But anyway, I truly believe in its teachings. It gives children a lot of independence, a lot of confidence in what they're learning and how they're learning it. And that is always what we want to do in the classroom. Generally, I've seen that children who are in the Montessori system are great speakers, great readers, so I can't say enough about Montessori. If I do, it will be very long. But I'm just going to quote a couple of quotes from Dr. Maria Montessori. She's the one who originally started the system in Italy. And she says that you never help a child with a task at which he feels he can succeed. Starting from a very young age, we have to encourage children in doing everything on their own. We guide them, but we have to encourage them to do things independently. And it's not only in the classroom that children start learning. Honestly, it starts from the mother. It's the home that the child is going to start learning. And as women, I have to say, the work never stops. Doesn't matter if you are a mother, a sister, a wife, all those positions that we end up having in life. Each one is important in its own way. But I think the part of the mother is the biggest part. In the classroom, let's talk about the classroom. As a teacher, when I used to teach preschoolers or elementary children, Montessori has a lot of hands-on activities to teach different things to the children. And for us, the biggest, the biggest accomplishment as a teacher would be to see the child working independently and not even realizing that the teacher is in the room to guide them, because you've set up the first few steps and then they know exactly what to do. So I would like to thank all of you for inviting me here, but also I would like to end my little thing with the fact that as women, we have so many responsibilities. Doesn't matter what we are. Each one of our responsibilities is never ending, in the sense that as mothers, sisters, grandmothers, every part in our life has a huge impact on people who are around us. So having said that, I am going to say being a woman is a superhero, that we end up with so many responsibilities that are never ending. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Romana ji. That was very great. Now we have two sisters. We're gonna invite Aliyah and Alina, and we are going to hear from you guys. So, sisterhood journey from both the sisters. All right, who's gonna go first?
I'll go first. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Walaikum assalam.
My name is Alina, and I'm currently a doctor in internal medicine, about to go into cardiology. My sister Elia is also here. So I graduated from the University of Cambridge, and I did some of my training in Wales, which is where Elia and I grew up, and some of it in Ireland. And I'm about to continue my sort of cardiology related training near London or in London, depending on where I'm accepted. And hopefully I'll be near to Elia and or living with her and bothering her constantly. So I think I kind of wanted to share that I think we're now seeing more women entering positions of power, especially Muslim women, Pakistani women. And that's a very positive concept, because I remember growing up, Elia and I, we only mainly had our parents immediately around us as our role model, especially in places like Wales, where there aren't as many Pakistanis or Muslim people. And we often felt very different in the outside world, because we didn't have as many girls our age or even older who had gone through the same process or next steps, such as going to university and beyond. And whilst we were very resilient and we worked very hard, and mashallah say our parents were, they gave us a very good grounding, it didn't come without its challenges. And sometimes we often felt that we would have benefited from other people who had gone, as I said, gone through this process, so that they could guide us. So it's very encouraging. I'm very happy to see that an organization like this exists, like an organization of sisterhood, which is taking out the effort to empower women and show a collected sense of unity by which we can establish a network and help each other out. So I think that's a very positive idea. And if anyone has any younger sisters, daughters, nieces, any female, young female who they know who is looking to apply for medicine or in the field that Elia, I'm sure she's going to talk about, that she's in, please do feel free to, provide our contact details, and we'd be happy to form like a mentorship network or anything which anyone needs, because I think it's needed, especially in this day and age. So I'll pass it on to Elia if she has anything to say as well.
Thank you, Alina. Thank you.
Thank you, Alina. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name's Elia Heather, and I'm Alina's younger sister. I'm based in London, and I'm not actually in the medical profession, but I work in technology research for the Economist Group, based here in London. And my work focuses mainly on the impact technology has on society, and how businesses, the public, and regulators can help make technology work better for society. And from my side, I think it's very important to discuss the role of women in technology, because that is a very underrepresented demographic. I think globally, only a third of technology company workforces are women, and they're outnumbered by men. And that can be very difficult in terms of technological outcomes, because technologies nowadays, it's around us. We're using Zoom. We are seeing generative AI and ChatGPT and everything become so much more normal to us. And the development of those technologies needs to have a diverse perspective and input to make sure that they're usable and helpful for all types of people, including women, and especially women of color and of marginalized communities, such as the Shia community as well. So it's very important to include women, and I'm very proud that I can represent Pakistani women, Shia women in this field. And as Alina said, I'd be more than happy to speak to anybody who's interested in the field, or who just wants to have a chat about women in technology, the field itself. I'm very excited to talk about that all the time. In terms of my background, Alina obviously mentioned that we grew up in a small town in Wales, where we didn't have a lot of representation in terms of Pakistani communities, women in Pakistan, Pakistani women, and also Shia women around us. For me, I feel I was very lucky. I had my older sister and I had my mother. They're my role models, they're my pillars. And maybe I had a slightly different experience to Alina, because she was the older sister. There's more pressure on her. But from my side, she's a massive role model. She's supported me. She's given me a lot to look up to and strive for, as has my mother. And both of them, kept my values, always aligned with what I was doing with my work. So I'm very grateful to have had them growing up in a small town where not necessarily would have had that otherwise. I also think that a very important thing that Alina and my mother and all the women around me, and I'm sure all of you would also agree, is that it's so important for us as women of color to speak up and be heard. At the same time, I'm a very introverted person, so sometimes it can be, in a workforce or in a crowded environment, a very busy event, it can be difficult to compete with the louder voices in the room. But I think that's also valuable. It's important to know when to speak up, when to add value. It's not necessary to be the loudest person in the room. And that's a big piece of advice that I have for young women, is that be who you are, whether you're extroverted, whether you're introverted. Keep those values, don't change for anybody, and remember to just stay true to that value that you have. Whatever you have to say is incredibly powerful, incredibly valuable, but you don't have to compete with other voices in the room, because you have your own specific value. And then one final point as well that I just want to raise is that this Women's Day, I think, is particularly important because of the situation that's going on in Gaza. And I want to flag that, we should all, and I know we are, but we should keep in mind the families that are affected and the women and children that are also affected from a medical perspective. There are tens of thousands women who are not getting the specific medical attention that they need. So inshallah, may Allah help them. And I think we should, be mindful of that and keep that in mind this Women's Day as well. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Elia. Thank you. Now going forward, we have Sister Zehra Jafri with us. She's a young entrepreneur. Zehra, kindly go ahead and introduce yourself and go ahead and talk about, what you do and the message for the Women's Day, for International Women's Day, please.
Assalamu alaikum. First of all, thank you so much for having me here on this platform with these amazing women. Like, I've been hearing everybody and I feel like everybody is amazing. So I'm Zehra Jafri. I was born and raised in Middle East, Oman. And growing up in a house full of 5 sisters, it was like truly amazing. And regarding my career, I was a teacher back in Pakistan. I have recently moved in New York, so it's been just over a year. And back in Pakistan, I was a teacher in 2 of the most amazing schools. And just to add here, what Ma'am Romana said, that when you're teaching, the most amazing thing is to see that the students are doing their work independently. And this is a feeling that I've experienced over the period of time, that many times in my career, that I was able to be that person in a student's life, in a child's life, who made them independent enough to do their work, and left that little impact on their lives, which changed them and made them a better student or a better person. And after that, in 2021, along with my mom, I started this small business of crochet. Me and my mom, we used to do crochet, and then I just said that we should do it commercially, and I made an Instagram page. So we started it, and we did really well. I can share the handle. It's Strokes and Needles. If you go on Instagram, you can see, you can search it. It's by the name Strokes and Needles. And so I'm doing that along with, mashallah, a house full of people and kids. But I do try to take out time by the end of the day and do the crochet, because that's like it's a therapy for me after a tiring day, when I sit and I take my crochet hooks in my hand, and it's really a relief. And there's this one project you can see behind me. It's my sofa throw I made. And yeah, and I also have on my page, you can see that I have done canvas painting. And the unique element of my canvas painting was that I do embroidery on my canvases. Like, I paint and then I add the element of embroidery on my canvases as well. So for this day, for this special day for us women, I just want to say that we can do everything. Like, no matter what, no matter how difficult, if we trust ourselves, we can do and we can achieve everything. So yeah, being a mother of 4 and mashallah, a house full of people, I do try to do and what I love, like to take out time and to do something that I love. And I know that we can do and we can achieve everything. So once again, happy Women's Day to all of you amazing women out there. You can do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, everybody. Now I'm going to hand over to Varda. Varda, would you like to say something?
Well, first of all, listening and watching all these guest speakers, it is so inspiring. I mean, I would like to just share that a few days ago, or it must have, every woman must have experienced it, that, there can happen. There can be the days when you might feel really low, and you might feel, especially when being outside of Pakistan, you may feel that you do not have, enough support of the kind of women around you would otherwise would like to be around, who can inspire you. But meeting all these guests and listening to their stories and what they have to say today, the younger, those who are experienced, everyone, it just fills me with the enthusiasm to do much more, to do, in my capacity, what I can at the best. Because, like everybody said, women can do it all. And if they support each other in doing the things they want to do, then definitely they can conquer. So with that, I think, Mrs. Kamar, if you agree, we would invite our US President, Mrs. Zehra Jafar Naqvi, the IMI Women's Wing US President, Mrs. Zehra Jafar Naqvi, for the final thank you note, and any message she has for the women on the Women's Day.
Definitely. Zehra, to you. Can you kindly open up your video and audio? I see her. She's there online.
Ji. Mrs. Zehra, if you'd like to just turn on your video and also the audio.
तुम उनको मैसेज करो. Meanwhile, I would like to talk to Sultana Baji. I can see her face now. Sultana Baji, अब अपना अनम्यूट करें और थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में बताएं. इतनी खूबसूरत आवाज़ आपकी माशाल्लाह से. और जो है अपने आप को अनम्यूट करें सुल्ताना बाजी 2 मिनट को. अनम्यूट आपको, वी कैन हियर यू. आप अपने आप को हाँ, आप बताइए थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में. माशाल्लाह से आप तो किसी तारुफ की मोहताज नहीं है. इतनी अजीम हस्ती. थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में लोगों को बताएं. हु यू आर, आपके वालिदैन के बारे में.
मेरे वालिद का नाम है सैयद जाहिद फतेहपुरी. तखल्लुस है क्योंकि शायर थे और वो भी तरन्नुम से पढ़ते थे. फिर उसके अलावा हमारे भाई सैयद अबरार हुसैन फतेहपुरी, वो किसी तारुफ के मोहताज नहीं है.
बिल्कुल नहीं है. डेफिनेटली. जी, ज़हरा आपा ने कहा कुछ, क्योंकि अबरार भाई तो जर्सी बहुत आते थे.
हमारे फेवरेट, बहुत हमारे पुराने दोस्त. और बहुत अभी उनके बेटे को भी सुना जो आए हुए थे यहाँ प्रोग्राम करने.
जी, वो बच्चा
महफिल शाय खुरासा. आपके भाई हैं?
जी जी, इनके बड़े भाई हैं.
ओ, हमारे फेवरेट, जमाने से, बरसों से, और बहुत पुराने हमारे दोस्त.
जी बिल्कुल.
और वो जो दूसरे भाई हैं वो हैं सैयद मुख्तार फतेहपुरी, छोटे भाई हैं.
माशाल्लाह.
तो और हमारी अम्मी सोसखानी करती थी. अब वो उनका इंतकाल, अब हम करते हैं सोसखानी भी और मनकबत ख्वानी भी. बस ये सब विरासत में मौला की होता है.
जी, आज ये बताइए आप क्या पैगाम देना चाहेंगी वुमेन्स इंटरनेशनल डे पे सब खवातीन को. कुछ 2 जुमले, कुछ मैसेज दीजिए, फिर हम ज़हरा आपा की तरफ जाते हैं.
अच्छा, बस यही देखिए, ये बहुत अच्छा मालूम होता है कि वर्ड्स, पूरे वर्ड्स क्या समझ लो, वुमेन्स डे, और हर शख्स अपनी अपनी जगह जिम्मेदारियां पूरी कर रहा है. बहुत सबके इंटरव्यू वगैरह देख के बहुत खुशी हुई, बहुत अच्छा लगा.
माशाल्लाह से. शुक्रिया सुल्ताना जी.
आपकी आवाज माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छी है, और जो आपने पढ़ा, जब हमने उस नाम से शुरू किया तो डेफिनेटली हमारा प्रोग्राम भी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अच्छा रहा.
बहुत शुक्रिया.
बेशक बेशक.
जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम ज़हरा आपा. वेलकम टू द प्रोग्राम.
वालेकुम सलाम. थैंक यू and happy Women's Day to all the strong, compassionate, beautiful, unique, powerful, and ambitious women. And Kabar, for presenting such a beautiful, excellent program from IMI Florida chapter. And for all our speakers, thank you so much from all over the world. You have done an excellent, excellent presentation. Thank you.
थैंक यू. वर्दा, इसी के साथ हम अपने प्रोग्राम का को ख़त्म करते हैं और मैं एक छोटी सी नज़म पढ़ूंगी बी फातिमा के बारे में है। मरियम है हाजरा है नसारा है फातिमा, मरियम है
सुभान अल्लाह,
मरियम है हाजरा है नसारा है फातिमा, कद आइनों के पस्त है बाला है फातिमा। कुदरत ने जो
सुभान अल्लाह,
शुक्रिया, कुदरत ने जो दिया है वो तोहफा है फातिमा, मेराज मुस्तफ़ा का नतीजा है फातिमा। और इसके साथ
सुभान
ही
अल्लाह, सुभान
बहुत
अल्लाह।
शुक्रिया।
वाह,
Over to you if you want to say a few words.
For sure, for sure. Once again, thank you to Sultana Auntie. Thank you to Dr. Benazir. Thank you to Romana Auntie. Thank you to Sister Elia and Dr. Alina. And thank you very much, Mrs. Kamar, from who is heading the IMI Women's Wing Florida chapter. Thank you to everyone who has joined today's program. Thank you, Mrs. Zahra Jafar Naqvi. Thank you, Sister Zahra Jafri. I'll definitely go and check out your page and like it, follow it. और ये जो पूरा प्रोग्राम था आज IMI वुमेन्स विंग फ्लोरिडा चैप्टर की तरफ से माशाल्लाह जितने लोगों ने देखा, हम रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि प्लीज़ आप इस YouTube लिंक को अपने और लोगों के साथ शेयर करें ताकि जिन लोगों ने मिस आउट किया वो इसको बाद में देख सकें।
वर्दा तुम्हारी बात कट रही है, हमारे साथ नजमा बानो मौजूद है लाइन पे। शी वाज सपोज्ड टू ज्वाइन अर्ली। अस्सलाम वालेकुम नजमा, इफ यू कैन काइंडली अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड ओपन अप योर वीडियो, वी रियली वुड लाइक टू हियर फ्रॉम यू।
Sure.
नजमा, कैन यू हियर अस? उनको मैसेज करती हूँ कि वो अच्छा, हाँ, अपना अनम्यूट करके आप वीडियो खोलिए प्लीज।
अच्छा अच्छा।
हमारे साथ नजमा बानो मौजूद हैं। शी इज अ सीनियर टीचर एंड शी इज अ गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान कायद आजम यूनिवर्सिटी।
वाह,
माशाल्लाह से। नजमा, कुछ प्लीज काइंडली बताओ अपने बारे में, कुछ आप जो है आपके अचीवमेंट्स के बारे में, आप क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगी आज वुमेन्स विंग के मौके पे, वुमेन्स इंटरनेशनल डे के मौके पे? प्लीज गो अहेड नजमा।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सबको, और बहुत बहुत अपना दिन
वालेकुम
मुबारक हो
सलाम।
हमें। ठीक है
बिल्कुल
Thank you.
बिल्कुल।
और जी, मेरा नाम नजमा बानो है और मेरा ताल्लुक इस्लामाबाद से है। वहीं पर पले बढ़े, एजुकेशन कंप्लीट की, फिर एज अ टीचर यहाँ आई। और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अभी तक जिस स्कूल से एफिलिएटेड हूँ वहीं पे पढ़ा रही हूँ। And I teach, I have done master's in biology and then MPhil in reproductive physiology from
माशाल्लाह।
university. And then I came here as a teacher for science, and I'm still teaching integrated physics and chemistry. And I actually forgot the count, but at least for last 15 years, I've been constantly teaching at the same school.
माशाल्लाह।
माशाल्लाह।
जी, I teach gifteds only. तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जी, अब तक जो भी है अपने पेरेंट्स की कोशिशों की वजह से जो जिस मुकाम पर हूँ,
माशाल्लाह।
जैसे कि सब लोगों के लिए यहाँ चैलेंजेस हैं, इसी तरह से उन चैलेंजेस को हम भी फेस करते हैं। ह्यूस्टन इज अ बिग ओशन, आई फील लाइक, and then it gets very difficult sometimes to keep holding your job, life, religious practice, and your hobbies as well. You want to relax too.
Besides your teaching, you're very much involved with taking children out of country, different trips पे. Can you talk a little bit about that, Najma?
Yes. So besides teaching, I've been holding other responsibilities at school too. And that includes my own passion to see this world that Allah has blessed us. So I've been, organizing student tours to England, Paris,
Japan.
Italy, and Japan. Yes. So those are like really very, very intense experiences when you have responsibility of kids, but you actually are exploring this world as well. So, I mean, yeah, I have done that. And I've done like some other things in my field compared to the touring this world. I've been doing research at a local university in my evenings. That's Rice University. I hope everybody have heard about it. It is one of the top-notch institution in Texas. And we've been working towards finding a solution to provide purified drinking water to the communities that cannot afford to buy drinking water like regular drinking water like we can buy easily, but they have to think over it. तो वो उसके लिए हम लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी यूज कर रहे हैं which is Rice University pioneers in. It's nanotechnology using carbon and nano silver to purify water at a very cheaper possible rate. So we are still designing our thermoses. It's like we have completed our prototype. It's a team of me, one of my students from India, and then a graduate from Rice University, and then a professor from university. So we are working towards it, which I feel more proud of. So I was like, I'm going to discuss that.
Definitely,
That's
definitely.
awesome.
That's very awesome. नजमा, आप क्या मैसेज क्या देना चाहेंगी आज वुमेन्स डे के मौके पे?
मेरी अपनी जिंदगी का एक पहलू है जिसमें मुझे काफी हद तक तकलीफ रही है अपनी पर्सनल लाइफ में, लेकिन मैंने अपनी लाइफ से बहुत मुख्तसर करके जल्दी से बताऊंगी। अपनी बहनें जो मेरी सुन रही हैं, मैं बहुत प्यार से, बहुत फ्रेंड्स दोस्त बना के, छोटी बहन या बड़ी बहन बना के बताऊंगी कि कभी भी कोई मुश्किल आए ना, तो आपने पीछे मुड़ के नहीं देखना, आप बस आगे देखें। और जब आप आगे देखते हैं ना, तो अल्लाह ताला आपका हाथ पकड़ लेता है और वहीं पर आपकी मदद भी शुरू होती है और आपके लिए बहुत एवेन्यूज खुलते हैं। मेरे लिए बहुत एवेन्यूज खोले। जाहिर है किसी एक चीज से महरूम होता है इंसान, तो अल्लाह ताला उसके लिए बहुत राहें खोलता है और उन्हीं राहों में से आपको वो चीज मिल जाती है जो आपने खोई थी।
डेफिनेटली और मुझे वो बहुत अच्छा लगा, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। और जो तुमने अपने उसमें लिखा था इंट्रोडक्शन में कि बीइंग एज अ वुमन इज नॉट सेटबैक टू यू फॉर यू, तुमने उसको अपने उसके अगेंस्ट नहीं जाने दिया और उसको एज अ एक हथियार के तौर पे इस्तेमाल किया, एंड यू मूव फॉरवर्ड इन लाइफ, व्हिच इज वेरी।
हमारी जो एक वुमेन होने की जो हम बचपन से सुनते आते हैं, हम लड़कियां तो ये करना है, सब्र करना है, वो असल में वो भी हमारी स्ट्रेंथ होती है। बस उसको यूज कैसे करना है वो आपके ऊपर है कि आप उसे करें, उससे आगे बढ़ते रहें। बस आगे बढ़ते रहें और पीछे मुड़ के नहीं देखना। बस पीछे मुड़ के देखा नहीं तो लोग खुश हो जाएंगे और आप कमज़दा हो जाएंगे। इसलिए बस आगे बढ़ के देखें और उड़ते रहें, ऊपर उड़ते रहेंगे। जितना हाई उड़ेंगे ना, उतनी दुनिया आपके पीछे आएगी।
Definitely, definitely. Thank you, everybody. With that, Varda, thank you very much, and I really want to say thank you to Ashar and Varda. हमारे मीडिया टीम के बगैर तो हम कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते, ये सब उन्हीं के बलबूते पे करते हम।
बिल्कुल, सर अशर।
And thank you, Women's Wing USA. Dr. Huma Naqvi, Zehra Appa, Dr. Varda Butul, and all the participants. I really would like to thank you, and Khuda Hafiz. Thank you for joining, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bacho. Take care. Khuda Hafiz.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Najma. Thank you, Sultana.
Thank you. I was late. I thought that I was on time. But...
No, it's okay.